greatness. Let's do a little numerology today. Today is December 6th. That's 12/6/2023. What's 12 plus 6? 18. What's 18 plus 7? 25. 25. 7 day. Cool. And if you already listened to my last lives, you know I got my tea, you know what I'm saying, messages. I got 2 today. It's like the last one. This first one, I didn't even read these yet till I got in the car. Like when I pulled them out is when I read them. This one says live consciously. Live consciously. Okay. The second one says the creation of force is 1 acorn. That's deep. The creation of 1,000 forests is 1 acorn. It's gonna get to a point where I have at least 3 to 10 people on my live with me when I start off. That's beautiful. We good, straight now. All right. Little technical difficulties. We should be good now. Like I was saying, like I manifested this card. Like I visualized myself before I even had this card, the key in my hand, the key fob, because this card doesn't come with, well, it has a key, but you gotta like take it out the key fob just to put it in the thing. But it's a push start card. So I visualized myself in front of the car with the key in my hand. And a month and a half later, I made it happen. I'm pretty sure the next thing I'm manifesting right now is just the exposure on social media. So that's my main Instagram account getting to about 5,000 followers. My TikTok, my first TikTok, that one getting to 5,000 followers. And I have another TikTok as well. That one is already at 5,000, which is amazing. I want to get that to 10. So, excuse me, it's just, you know, dropping more content as much as possible. And eventually I'm gonna end up taking the clips out of these lives to put them on those platforms and so on and so forth. You know, just being patient, being relaxed. So I got my tea, of course. Shout out Brody for going to the Marines. That boy went through it and he got out that jam. It's kind of crazy to recognize that he was gone for like a full 8-9 years, I think. Like, it's really funny how much time passes, you know? It's really something, All right, so the title of this video, don't blame your family. Do not blame your family. So one thing I always recognize in the community where it's talking about, when people are talking about awareness, spirituality, and just self-development, is that people always say, get away from your family, get away from your family. And I agree with it, but we have to understand the other side of the coin. Because I'm the type of person where I need to understand both sides before I really start spinning the coin. So I was also one of the people that really just wanted to get away from my family, just wanted to get out the way, leave. And it's funny because that once I left, that's when like life was lifing. Life really hit me on some, damn, I recognized how my family was actually helping me in these certain situations, and why I was going through the things I was going through with my family. Excuse me. So I had a bagel with some peanut butter, and like I squished blueberries with my hand and put it on the blueberry. When I tell y'all that shit was so good, and you may ask, why did you squish the blueberry? Because I don't have no blueberry jelly, so I made my own. Let me not lose track of my train of thought. So in this train of thought, which is Don't blame your family. It's the sign. Look at the back because you're going away from them. You going away from your family is you going on your self-discovery journey. It's going on your self-growth journey. It's going on your healing journey. And when you go through these moments, as I have, it's like sometimes I treat it as if my family don't exist. Now that may be harsh to say, but like I was never the person to always call home when I was in college. The only time I called home is if like I hear the spirit within me continue to say, hey, you should call your mom. Hey, you should call your dad. Like the past 2-3 days, I've been hearing within self, I should talk to my dad today. So I'm gonna call him today. And a lot of times we, as spiritual people, or if you're not as spiritual, just hear me out. Your family is your first sidekicks and your first supervillain. Or even like your first butler. Like think of Batman's butler. I can't think of his name, the dude's name right now. I don't know why. It's something simple, but I can't think of it right now. 288's in front of me. So we have to recognize that just because your family right now is like your super villain, yo Joker to Batman, think about how much Batman grew while he was fighting Joker. How much he like expanded who he is as a person, as a superhero, as a problem solver, going against Joker. Now, how is this compared to family? How is the family Joker and we Batman? Well, Batman utilized his huge traumatic experience when he was a kid as a way to make him a superhero that is willing to use the darkness, which is also what he was experiencing his trauma, which was in darkness. When his mother and father got shot in the alley, it was dark outside, it was nighttime. He's utilizing that same night to heal his trauma by fighting other people and making sure they don't go through the same thing. So for us, we have to recognize that our darkness is all of the trauma experiences that we've had, not only with ourselves and our own inner universal experience, but also with our family. Our family aren't as spiritually healthy. Because I'm not going to say all families don't understand spirituality. Every family has an idea of what spirituality is, either through religion or through word of mouth or through learning themselves. Like everyone has an understanding of kind of what spirituality is. And us being the Batman of our story, we got to understand that we need our family to give us what we need to move forward. I was watching a live a while back where if you don't watch Black Magic 363 and the people he pulls up, you need to do it. No cap. He pulled up a sister, a goddess named Sister Myra, and she talked about how, I even made a video about this. If you go to my channel, if you go to my videos, I think it's titled I Love My Family. I'm pretty sure it is that. But the point of the matter of the videos is that our family makes us the hero, the superhero in our generation before we even get here. And in order for us to become the superhero that we want to be, we have to go through the traumatic experiences that we've been through already and gain the most out of it. Think about this. No pain, no gain. You have to go through some pain to actually get something out of it. So the one thing I understand with a lot of goddesses is that a lot of women has went through, especially when they're spiritual, they went through something sexually traumatic when they were young. A lot of women went through a lot of sexual trauma when they were young, but the most spiritual ones went through that when they were young. And I'm not going to say the R word, but they went through that. Or the M word, they went through that as well. And even some men have went through some things as well. I didn't go through nothing. I've seen shit, but I ain't do nothing or went through anything. However, my spiritual journey started from an incubus attack when I was in college. And ever since that moment happened, I wanted to get in tune with what are chakras and what is my responsibility with my chakras. And ever since then, I've been doing all the best things that I know what to do and also don't know how to do, but learning how to grow with it, through yoga, meditation, working out, mental practices, breathing practices, and separating myself from the toxic connections in my life. And like a lot of people, I also was like very defiant with my family at a certain point in time. So for instance, when I left school and I went through a self-discovery journey, I was living at home. I was living on the couch. And when I was living on the couch, it was like I truly felt nobody could understand all of what I'm going through because I didn't know how to fucking express it at the time. And because I didn't know how to express it, I didn't think nor knew anybody could understand what I was going through. So I didn't want to tell nobody. So it was all me going through like a complete continuation of self-reflecting. I was talking to my homie Jaja yesterday, and he does a lot of numerology videos. This man blew up on Instagram in 2 months, cracking the internet right now, cracking the matrix from the inside out. Big shout outs to you. And he made a video talk about master numbers, and all the master numbers are 11, 22, and 33. And 11 has been the number I feel like I've been working towards mastering. What is that? Okay. I did not know that was doing that. That was annoying. Anywho. 11, if you look at the number 11, if you take that little dash at the top of the number 1, it looks like 2 mirrors facing each other. So it's constantly facing your reflection. And when you are facing your reflection, you are exposing yourself to what is within your shadow work. This is a banana walnut honey sandwich. I'm going to take a bite. Give me a second. Woo. Spider. So you gotta understand that like your family isn't the source of where you should be putting your problems at. Now, specific family members can be the cause of what may be the reason some of you are being held back from your manifestations. That is a fact. However, you have to figure out what is the best way you can find closure, which means closing off that toxic connection from you so that you can get the manifestations, the life, the things that you want within yourself. If I was to have a cup of water and I'm pouring it down the drain, imagine the drain represents you pouring yourself. You're pouring your what's the best way? Hold up, 1 second. Imagine you have a wire that reaches across. Damn, words. Imagine you have a wire that reaches across 50 feet. Let's say that whole 50 feet is all of what you desire. And now let's also say that on that wire is a rat. Yeah, let's just say rat. I'm not gonna say anything else. Let's just say rat. Keep it simple. Let's say there's a rat on this wire, and the rat is chewing on the wire, messing up the connection at 20 feet. So for the first 10 to 20, this connection is being interrupted, which stops the complete flow of the electrical current. That rat is like a family member that you are either close to, or a family member you ran away from, which means like you don't be around them. Like, nah, I don't want to be around them. And that can be because they may be negative. So what? But you never closed or removed the energy within yourself that they have put into you. That could either be words, that could have been an action, and it could have been a picture. Words, action, or picture. Words can be a lie. So they could have lied to you about something and you kept it within you for so long. An action, remember I talked about the R word earlier, or the M word earlier, that women have went through when they were children. And then a vision, meaning like they tell you something, which could also be a word, that makes your vision become clouded. So in order for you to really heal this and reveal it to yourself, because first step to healing is revealing. So if you know who the person is, this is why meditation and stillness is so important. Because when you close off the lights, you can tap into what is hidden. And when you tap into what is hidden, then you can access how you can go into that time period of when this person spoke, acted, or told you something that closed you off from your manifestations. Because here's the thing, man. If you're still living with your family, which I am too, if you're still living with your family, that means that your family is part of your ascension. That doesn't mean physically. Like, if I was to get all of my shit together and move out of my house, I'm not gonna move my whole family with me. Because your family is your trampoline. You're bouncing on the trampoline. Now, let's say your trampoline is connected to a pool of manifestation, a pool of gratitude, a pool of whatever you want it to be. I'm just saying names or energy titles. A pool of whatever you want it to be. And it is up to you to either walk in that pool or allow your family to help jump start you in the pool. It's up to you which one you really want to go. And I feel like if you are still with your family, understand that you're on the trampoline. Understand you're on a trampoline. And you can't get mad if the trampoline keeps making you bounce. Because if the trampoline keeps making you bounce up and down, you're the only thing that's going to make you bounce in certain directions. Because you have to bounce or put your feet or project your body in a certain way to push you any angle that you want to bounce to. You you can't blame them if you bouncing in the same spot when you're the one who's in the same spot, not them. Now, on the flip side of that coin, yes, they may be in the same spot they've been in for the past 15, 20 years. But it is your job, being the enlightened person through spirit within yourself, to get out of this moment in the best way possible. Now that's tails. Here's heads. These are people who face their family head on. These are people who's fought with their family. These are people who's argued back and forth with their family consistently, like on a weekly rate. These are people who can't stand they parents, can't stand their siblings, their cousins, grandparents, whatever. And I'm not here to tell you how to feel or what to feel, but I'm here to say, just as much as you can put energy towards negativity, watch what happens when you alchemize that energy. Like, I know it ain't gonna be hard. I mean, I know it ain't gonna be easy. However, everything becomes easy in life the more you do it. Because guess what? If you treat everything with the act of kindness, eventually something gonna fold. And let's manifest that you don't fold. That your family folds in this situation and gets their act together. Because guess what? All those who are in the head's vibration, which is they are head on with their family, like two rams heading together, y'all are the ones that's gonna be getting to a point where when spiritual things really start kicking off, like more demons hitting homes and shit, more ghosts hitting environments, you got more elves and shit hitting people's homes. And when I say hit, I'm not saying like fucking run through a wall. I mean like it hits home, your body. Your body is your first home. I said this in the song, if you don't know how to protect your inner dome, you ain't gonna be able to really find a home. You just gonna be going from place to place handling the same bullshit. Just like when you're in a relationship, if you're not really healed, or if you haven't really understood what your traumas is in your first relationship or second or third or fourth, it's gonna be the same shit in 5, 6, and 7. It's gonna be the same shit. So when I say those who are head on with their family and they're constantly combative against them, and when spiritual things happen, you gotta be the one to be spiritually on some shit and be head to head with these spirits that's trying to fuck with your negative family. And guess what? If your family is so negative and all you do is push negativity back onto them, or you just get away from them, get out of their aura field all the time, when you live with them, I kid you not, you're gonna be having to fight not only the demon, but your fucking family for real, for real. I ain't gonna say you're gonna have to literally kill your family's vessel to get rid of the energy. You're gonna have to figure out a way of removing the energy out of the vessel without harming your family member. Now I'm gonna go back to tails for a second, because I didn't explain what tails, as more spiritual things are starting to expand and grow. What is tails position? Well, think of Tails and Sonic. What does Tails do? He does all of the little things that keeps the family together. I'm Tails. I do all the little things to keep my family together. Now my brother, this nigga's like Knuckles. My brother Jeff is like Knuckles. He be like, man, fuck all that. We just gotta do what we gotta do. We gonna move forward. I think of the whole picture. He thinks of the frame. I think about, nah, this gotta be like this gotta be like that. He like, no, nigga, it's perfect. Just keep the frame straight and we good. And I respect that. That's why I fuck with the whole Sonic group. And if you really think about this, Sonic, Spider-Man, even I think Superman, all three of these have the same Tails, not Tails, they have the same, well, yeah, they got the same Tails, kind of like Sonic energy. But they don't want to beat your ass, but because your ass is on some shit, we got to do it. But I'm going to tell you this now, while I'm doing this, I really want you to recognize your evil doing or your negativity and transmute it. That's all I really want. That's it. Like, I understand that in life, there's always has to be a duality, a polarity. So I know for sure, as if I'm so loving, positive, and, you know what I'm saying, preaching things that has to do with growth, there's going to be people that's going to be on the opposite energy. And I respect it. Okay, accurate. Same time. So don't blame your family, bro, or girl. Don't blame them. They doing what they're supposed to do. Like I said earlier, your family made a pact before you came here with you to let you know you gonna be the one to fix this shit. And guess what? They probably told you exactly what you gotta do, but because we come to this realm with no memory of our past life, not all of us do, but we don't know everything that happened in our past life or what happened in the astrals before we got here. We got to figure out how to do this shit. Now, luckily for me, I am able to connect to my ancestors and they speak to me. My next challenge really is, or next step or obstacle is understanding more of who's talking. And knowing who's talking is knowing which side of the bloodline of who's talking. Because guess what? We have a mother and a father. Sometimes it could be my mom's bloodline that's talking to me. It could be my father's bloodline that's talking to me. You know what I'm saying? I had a regression session like in September. If y'all want to get a regressionist or regression session, I strongly consider y'all go to Q Reeves, because the way he not only expresses like guidance, he's also one of the only embodiments of balance in this world that I've seen more than anybody else. And like I just said a second ago, our ancestors is both from my mother and father's side. When I went in my regression session, I had a whole pantheon of gods introduce themselves to me. And the one that is directly in front of me is Ogun. Ogun And guess what? It's connected to my father's DNA. Whew. That sandwich was good, man. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I don't think I've said it in the video yet. I truly believe that all of these religions are kind of repeating the same story. It's just some is more explicit than others. Like, what if the Bible is like rated PG-13? What if the Bible is rated PG-13, but the Egyptian Book of the Dead is rated R? What if the Sumerian tablets is TVMA? TVMA shows nudity, just like rated R, but it's more explicit. It's more little shit. Rated R is more of like like trying to jump at you, trying to scare you a little bit. What if Greece? Pete. What if Greek is? Damn, what's after PG-13? I think Greece also is TVMA, but it can definitely get rated R. It can definitely get rated R. Like, even think about this. Fucking Zeus was having sex with every woman damn near in Olympus. Well, there's a little hoe out there. Well, a big hoe up there. Goddamn Zeus. I was probably embodying Zeus energy when I was at the in my senior high school, because boy oh boy. Boy oh boy. So I hope y'all understand, like, let me get sooner back to the beginning of the purpose of this video. Do not blame your family for anything, because you blaming your family is you blaming your ancestors for putting you in a position to help you grow. Now, granted, all the shit that you've been through, or all the negative things you've been through, could have been avoided, could have been changed, but guess what? It gave you the angels, it gave you the drive, and it gave you the motivation to not want to be like your family. And that's the goal. Don't be like how your family is. Like, for instance, my mom has been working as a phlebotomist for as long as I've been in her womb. Since now. So I'm 23. So more than 23 years she's been working for phlebotomy. One of my biggest goals in life since I was a kid is get to a point where my mom doesn't have to work no more unless she wants to. So say, for instance, I'm able to get myself so greatly evolved and get into such a better stage in life where I can help her get her business started, and she ain't got to do shit but just click a button. She ain't got to do shit but decide if she wants to go draw people's blood. Like a decision, like she don't got to do it. You know what I'm saying? My dad drives trucks. Very stereotypical, huh? Mom is like phlebotomist, nurse. Dad is a truck driver. My dad left. Well, mom and dad separated when I was like 9 or 10. I'm living with my mom ever since. All I ever wanted was to have my pops around as much as possible, because that man was funny as fuck. Funny as fuck, bro. this man is, I ain't gonna cap. That is the one man in this world, outside of myself, that real life is funny, bro. Like, real life funny. And that just basically means funny, slow it down, fun. Just know how to have fun with life. Now, in my opinion, I have different avenues of what fun means to me compared to other people. But goddamn it, I love a good laugh. I love a good laugh. I love a good laugh. So today I'm gonna drop these videos about Sagittarius and their deacons today. I did not even write the captions for the videos yet, but god damn it, I may just throw a lot of hashtags up and then just see what happens. Let's manifest those videos to reach over 1,000 views each, and then I'm gonna do a breakdown of the planets that each deacon is ruled by, because one of the two main things I've wanted to learn for the past year and a half, outside of just myself, is zodiac signs and planets. Zodiac signs and planets. Zodiac signs and planets. Because planets influence us just as much as our zodiac signs do. And supposedly, the zodiac signs, that the symbols that we see now, is not even what they originally were. So that's deep as fuck. I need to learn that. I need to understand that. Like, what? So even let's center around this right quick. Let's take a seat at the park table and think about this for a second. A creation of 1,000 forests is 1 acorn. Your family most likely has went through 1,000 generations before it got to you, the acorn. Now it's up to you what type of acorn you want to be. Because if I truly knew at the time that 1,000 lifetimes came before me, and I'm the lifetime or the spark in this time that can change everything, oh, I'm finna walk with a fucking chip on my shoulder, and on the other shoulder, which is like the angel and devil, or the God and devil, I'm finna understand what this God is trying to teach me. I'm gonna help this devil help develop what I need to do, balancing my light and dark, so I can project the greatness of both into the world in the best way possible. So don't blame your family. Your family is probably the reason why you're growing right now, and you don't even know it. Oh my God, that tea is good. I was gonna say, it's not even that you don't know it, it's that you're not willing to be aware of it. See, I'm gonna get off in a second, but I just gotta say this. You gotta be open to the awareness of things you may not like to hear, but it's gonna be truth. You're gonna be like, damn, that's real shit. But damn, let me fix mine. I parked crooked. I don't like parking crooked. She kind of cringes me. Yeah, man, I love y'all. Remember, don't blame your family. Don't blame your family. Whenever you feel like you're finna complain about whatever family stuff going on, take a, I'm tripping. Why am I even worried about them? What's the best thing I can do right now? Literally, you just took the frustration, that ball of shit that you was about to express onto someone else. You could take that ball that was boiling up, you can cool it down, hold it, and now this ball is a tennis ball. You can play with it. You can have fun with it. You can even turn it into a water balloon. You could throw that shit at the goddamn, nah, we're not gonna say water balloon. As soon as I said water balloon, first thing that came to mind was, yep, they finna throw it at somebody. Tennis ball, dribble that bitch. All right, man. I'm at work. I'm a little bit earlier than yesterday. Yes. I love y'all. Have a beautiful day. Yeah. Peace.